So first of all, I would like you to introduce yourself, age, nationality, and something about yourself.
Okay, so my name is Katherina, but I know people have trouble pronouncing the name, so it's the same thing as Katharina, or call me however you want. I will be 23 next week, and I'm Polish. I'm from Warsaw, and I came here for a student exchange for 2 semesters to study finance, masters in finance.
So I'm really curious, how have you decided to do an exchange now with the pandemic?
It was a tough choice, and I spent a lot of time thinking whether I want to go, whether it's a good idea or not. Also, considering that it's my final year of university, so there were a lot of aspects that make me unsure if I want and if I should come. But after talking to quite a lot of friends and my parents, we just decided all together that I would regret it if I didn't come, and that I should just see how it is and give it a shot. And also, situation with the pandemic wasn't that good in Poland, so I just assumed that it will be better here because this region is kind of more developed when it comes to healthcare, and there is less people, less risk. So that was my decision process.
What would be some advantages and disadvantages of living at the dorm here instead of being home in Poland?
Definitely, when it comes to the pandemics again, I felt a little safer living alone by myself because I didn't even have flatmates back in Warsaw, so I couldn't really get infected from anyone other than myself. And here, living with 30 other people, I think the risk is pretty high, and I'm not saying that someone is irresponsible because the people really acted, I think, correctly when it comes to just taking all the measures and all the restrictions seriously. But it's not hard to get infected even in Coop or somewhere in the street. So after we kind of had an outburst. How do you call it? Can you cut it? No. after after we had a breakout of the epidemics back in November, it was unavoidable to get infected too, along with everyone else. So this is a disadvantage, and also not even speaking about pandemics, it is always the sharing stuff that you have to share a kitchen and a bathroom with other people, and people can be different. People can use it in different times of the day, and this can be disadvantage. But I'm not really feeling it. I really enjoy my life here, and I wouldn't change much.
Is there anything that has changed in your routine or daily life because of the pandemic?
I go out less often, definitely, even if it's not even partying, but just in general, going out, meeting people, meeting new people, meeting people I know, my friends. We just all switched to texting and social media communication. After last March, it kind of became natural, and it's hard to come back to this daily routine that existed before COVID. Also, from maybe some good points of view, you don't lose. I mean, no one loses that much time commuting anymore. We don't have to go to school, we don't have to go to work, spend an hour in a public transport, stuck in traffic because everything is online. So that's a good thing, I guess. We probably save about 2 hours every day, at least working days. What else could have changed? I don't know. I feel like just everyone spends, me included, we spend more time on self-care, ironically, during the pandemics. I know it's an issue with mental health right now, but I feel like people just started focusing on themselves, maybe developing some new hobbies, spending more time doing what they love instead of just being stressed and being in a rush all the time. I think we're calmer. Yeah.
Is there anything that you have in mind to do or like to change in your life after the coronavirus is over?
Yeah, I think there will definitely be a lot of changes for me personally, and not even ones connected to COVID, but it kind of all overlaps with each other together. Because once COVID is over, I assume that it will be during this summer. I will have to leave Liechtenstein, whether I want it or not. I don't want it, but I will have to. And also I will be done with my finance degree, so there will be a lot of changes for me. I will have to find a job. I will not be a student anymore. I will be back in Poland, and the COVID will be over. So all of the above can be negative, but except from the ending of the COVID, obviously. So maybe I could travel some more finally, visit my friends here instead of just being locked in Warsaw. I could freely come back to Liechtenstein. That is my plan for after the pandemics. Yeah.
How did the coronavirus or the pandemic affect you emotionally, and how do you feel?
It was hard at the beginning because I think it's natural to react badly when someone suddenly tells you that you're not allowed to do something, that you're not allowed to leave your house, go shopping, go on a walk. So at the beginning it was a shock, and it was kind of hard, not being able to see other people. And then here in Liechtenstein, especially thanks to the dorms, I think that we don't really feel this pandemic anymore as much as people in some other countries in Europe, because here really we are always together in a group of people. We can go out freely. We don't have to wear masks even when we're outside, as long as we're not in a shop or in a public space. So I wouldn't say that it affects my mental health here in Liechtenstein, but I must say that when we were infected here, when we were isolated and weren't able to go out for 2 weeks, not even outside on a parking lot, it was terrible. Me and some other friends, girls mostly, we were just sitting in our rooms crying, literally. It was kind of scary because we didn't know if we were healthy or not, and we weren't able to even talk to each other because we were advised to isolate ourselves even from people in the dorms. So that was an issue. That was when my mental health wasn't at its best, but other than that, I'm all good.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you.